Good evening and welcome to the NHT Global Business presentation. My name is Patrick Tulloch. I'd like to welcome you all to the call here this evening. And we're going to walk you through some information here with regards to a business model that is shattering international records. We're going to get started here. We usually definitely pride ourselves on getting started on time. And I would recommend grabbing a piece of paper and a pen. That way you can take down some notes to get back to the person who invited you on this call here this evening. Now, my name again is Patrick Tulloch. I'm actually on this call from Toronto, Canada, and this is truly a global business model, as you will see as we go through some of the information. So the first thing I share with you here this evening is a little bit about NHT Global. Who is NHT Global? Well, we've been in business now for the past 12 years, just hit 12 years, and we are a proven company with a record-breaking track record. We have a revolutionary e-commerce global business model that actually is the envy of the industry. We're a pioneer in the business in terms of what we've been able to accomplish and the approach that we've taken to this point in time. Now, we're currently doing business in more than 36 countries in the world, folks. So this is not a startup operation. This is a proven business model. We know what to do, how to do it, and we also know when to do it. And that's why we're also shipping into an additional 15 or so countries as we pioneer these new and emerging markets. So what have we been able to do? Well, we've been able to market some very high-impact products that are promoting a very, very healthy lifestyle. And what is a balanced lifestyle? Well, it really focuses around three key areas. It focuses on the physical, the emotional, and also the financial. Now, I know that these are three critical areas. In most cases, people may not have balance with all three. They may have one, they might have two, but usually not all three. And I know that for a fact because when I got involved in this business 8 years ago, I did not have balance. I was totally out of balance, and because of this business model today, it's given me more clarity, more vision, more balance, and I know exactly what I want and how I'm going to get it. Now, we also have here a training system, and you're going to see that for yourself, a training system that will ensure success. Why? Because if you surround yourself with the right people and they get the results and they duplicate that process, then there's no reason why, if you're committed to achieving your personal and financial goals, that you cannot achieve the same. So a little bit more about NHT Global. The company actually started in 2001, and we're headquartered in Dallas, Texas. And to date, we've exceeded $1 billion in sales, $1 billion, which you'll be hard-pressed to find any company, especially a traditional company, traditional business, that has done that kind of business in its first 11, 12 years of business. And we continue to grow at a rapid pace, and you'll see why. In fact, we've exceeded all expectations. And because of what we've been able to accomplish, what we've been able to do really is establish some financial stability that really positions us for the future. Now, a few facts about the high-impacting products that we have here with NHT Global. They're surrounded and based on Nobel Prize-winning research. So, they're the best of the best. The top technology has been put into the development of these products, and we have the proprietary formulas that will provide people with the satisfaction and the fact that people love the products, they're priced right, where they're highly marketable, and that is highly marketable in any country around the world. That's what makes our business so unique. We also have what we call a seamless global compensation plan. This is important. For those of you who are not familiar with a seamless global compensation plan, what that simply means is that no matter where you are in the world today, no matter where you reside, you can do business anywhere in the world and you get paid on all of that volume in those markets, in those additional countries. And you see, why is this so important? Well, a lot of companies out there today require you to qualify in those countries before you can get paid on the business that's being developed in those markets. So again, we have a seamless global compensation plan, and because of that, we've been able to develop 42 millionaires to date. 42 millionaires, not to mention the numerous individuals who have been developing a 2, 3, 4, 5-figure income. So that's not to impress you, but to impress upon you that if you're looking to develop a very serious income here with NHT Global, we have a business model that can provide you with that foundation. Just to add a little bit more to that, we've got 10 people who have earned in excess of $100,000 in 1 week. Just astronomical. In fact, I think the top income earner there was a female who had earned $180,000 in 1 week. So we have a powerful, powerful compensation plan that you're going to learn more about. Why the industry of network marketing? Well, it's the global way of being able to do business today. It's not about doing business just in your own backyard. Although, yes, you can do a considerable amount of business in your own backyard, but you're not limited to that possibility. You see, we've gone through a number of different eras in our lifetime, and maybe not even in our lifetime, but our parents. We've gone through the industrial age, where manufacturing was the big thing. We've gone through the distribution age, the global economy starting to come together, the information age, making it more effective, making it more efficient to communicate with people around the world. Now, you could position yourself in front of those trends, and you could position yourself for greatness. But now you have an opportunity to position yourself in front of the personal income age. That's where it's at today, folks. You see, there's a shift that's going on, and the shift is from the employee to the entrepreneur. The employee who is not being paid what they're worth. The employee whose middle-class income is being eroded. The employee who's not happy where they're at and they want more out of life. Well, they want to become an entrepreneur, whether part-time or full-time. And that's why in the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to find that there are more and more people who want to become entrepreneurs. So if you're in the right place at the right time and you position yourself now, you position yourself for greatness. That is about the trend. The trend is your friend. It can last for a day, a week, month, or it can last for years. But when you identify a trend, guess what? You identify a real opportunity. So this global business model is definitely something that is required for individuals today for survival. It's the new, way of doing business in the 21st century. And if you take a look at most people in the world, the wealthiest people in the world, they own their own businesses, but most of all, they're able to leverage themselves. The middle class, as I mentioned, are being pushed out. They're being eroded. They're struggling. And what we need to do as individuals, we need to work smarter and not harder to get ahead. So if you've been on a track for the last 5 years and you're always getting the same results, then maybe what you want to do is look for a different track to run on so that you can change your results. Here's a few facts about the network marketing industry for some of you who may not be familiar with this amazing industry. It's 60 years old, folks. 60 years old. So it's not a startup opportunity. It's not a startup concept. It's been around for 60 years. So people know what they're doing. We're doing business this year in the industry in excess of probably $140 billion global revenue in 172 countries around the world. So not only can you do business in your own backyard, which is a big backyard in itself, but you can do business anywhere in the world because of the internet, because of the telephone, communication, Skype. There are no limitations. This is a time where the exciting emerging markets are coming to life. And I say that because 10 years ago, it wasn't possible to be even having the webinar that we are today. So it makes it easier for us to communicate and also at the same time affect other people's lives. Millions of people around the world can be affected by this business. Their lifestyles can change. They're able to create and develop a legacy for their families for the rest of their lives. It's not about your age, your sex, race, your education, your skill sets, mindset. It's not about that. It really comes down to desire. It comes down to what do you want? What are you positioning yourself for in the future? You know, I love this line. If your desire is great enough, you can have it all with network marketing. Imagine that. If your desire, it's based on desire. What are you willing to learn? Are you teachable? Do you want to see a change in your life, in the direction of your life? That's what we offer here. So what we're going to talk about is head-to-toe wellness, folks. And head-to-toe wellness begins with the functional foods. And actually, when we go into the emerging markets, we go in with a very specific marketing approach that you're going to learn about. But this just gives you the overall picture of what we have here with NHT Global. And the first thing is we have the functional foods for the inside of the body, which is our health division. We also, down there, we have our lifestyle products. Lifestyle, which is our niche division, that's where one of the key products that we're going to be launching into the emerging markets, into Africa, for example, you're going to hear about. And we also have our beauty products. And that is what I saw, let me see now, going back 8 years ago, some products that were going to change people's lives. A 30-minute non-surgical facelift. And I knew that if this product worked, if the company basically the claims that they were making about this product worked, I was going to make a lot of money in this industry. And here I am 8 years later in this business, and just as excited as I was in day one. You're going to hear about that amazing product that we launched into the emerging markets with phenomenal success. Then as we go from there, we're going to talk about the opportunity to develop an income that, again, is changing people's lives. So when we go into the emerging markets, what do we go in with? We go in with high-impact products that get results. The first one I'm going to share with you, and as you can see, there's a number of products here in this lineup, but the 30-minute non-surgical facelift in the upper right-hand corner, which is a three-step system. With a mask, a moisturizer, and a cleanser. You want to get results. Well, this is what you do. You take the mask and you apply it to half of the face. That's it. And 30 minutes later, after the mask is hardened, and then you remove the mask, the other side of the face doesn't match. That's right. 30 minutes, people will see an amazing difference. Fine lines, wrinkles, turkey goblin, crow's feet, nose line, lip line, every kind of line there is. Not only that, there will be an improved blood flow, improved circulation, complexion will improve immensely, the face gets a muscle workout. It's an amazing product, folks, developed by 12 cosmetic surgeons who wanted to help prolonging the lasting effects of plastic surgery. But this product works on its own. It's a standalone product. So it can be marketed in salons, estheticians, people who obviously, you know, have an interest in beauty, and at the same time, you know, you can have some fun with this product. So again, that's a 30-minute non-surgical facelift developed by 12 cosmetic surgeons, and you can get more information on that by getting back to the person who invited you on this call. That's the one key product we're launching. As you can see, there are other products in our lineup that we are marketing globally. Number two, the next product that we'll be launching into the emerging markets, another high-impact product that is based on Nobel Prize-winning research, is Allura. That's that 15 ml bottle right up here in the corner. Now, most of you on this call have heard about a product by the name of Viagra. Well, Viagra is the male version of the intimacy product, I guess, for men. And Viagra was developed by Pfizer, pharmaceutical company that has done billions of dollars with that product around the world. And what we decided to do was get a hold of a product for women. Again, Nobel Prize-winning research is attached to this product. Allura was developed by Dr. Ronald Thompson for his wife. She kind of suggested that he start working on a product for women, because women do have a challenge with libido, whether after childbirth or if they're on some type of medication. So he went to work, 2 to 3 years of research. He came up with this amazing product. We have the exclusive rights to the distribution. And again, Allura is an intimacy enhancement cream for women that works like that little blue pill does for men. Now, what did we do when we launched this product in 2001? Well, in the first 24 hours, we did $500,000 worth of business. That's right, $500,000 worth of business. By year end, that first year, we ended up doing $20 million in business. The second year, $40 million. The third year, we jumped up to $63 million. And folks, this is just one of those products that is a global mastery product that people love it around the world. They get results immediately. They tell other people. So we don't have to sell our products. What we have to do is we demonstrate. Why? Because demonstration beats conversation any time of the day. So again, that is the other key product, Allura, that we launch into the market. We've just had phenomenal success, and we continue to success today. Now, just for your information, this is our third division. This is our health division, our wellness division, and as you can see, we have some great products here. Noni, which is the only organic noni in the market in the world, certified by the Australian government. We have our clustered water, which is a hydration product for the body that will give you more energy and more alertness. And we have a whey protein. So again, I don't want to get into all of the products here, but you can get back with the person who invited you on this call. But the key to focus on right now is 2 key products: our 30-minute non-surgical facelift, and also our Allura product, simply because those are the products that create a lot of momentum when we go into a new market, and then from there we're able to take this business to another level. Now, just to share a little bit with you, I've been in this industry now for the past 8 years. I'm full-time in the industry. I work from home. Don't have to worry about legal issues, overhead staffing ever again after running a traditional business for 23 years. So I know what it is to develop a business. And I'll tell you, a leverage business is what I love, because I have total control. I have the freedom to do what I want, when I want, and with who I want. And folks, I didn't get here because I knew all of the answers. The reason why I'm here today is because I was mentored by the top people in the industry. These are multimillionaires in their industry who have been in the industry for years. They know what to do, when to do, how to do it, and why. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to pass this call over to my good friend and business partner. His name is Joe Garcia. Joe Garcia is a master distributor here with NHT Global. He's been here pretty well since day one. He's been responsible for opening up many of the new markets, the emerging markets that we're in today. He understands the business completely. He has developed a training website. If you haven't been on that website, it's www.steamteam.ca, which is an international training website that has all the tools, the information that you would ever want to learn about when it comes to developing your own business and developing your personal and financial independence. Joe's traveled around the world. He's mentored and coached hundreds of thousands of people. And Joe has taken up his time here just to be with us to give you a bigger picture of what we have here with NHT Global. So this is part of the support system that I had talked about earlier. Now what I'd like to do is turn this call over to Joe Garcia.
Thank you, Patrick. Can you hear me okay?
You sound fantastic.
Great, great. I'd like to welcome all of my friends in Nigeria and across Africa. I'm very excited about the information I'm about to share with you here. Patrick did such an incredible job, not only on the background of NHT Global, but our industry of network marketing. You know, one of the perspectives that I've gotten here within this industry is I've been able to travel all over the world. I'm actually closing in on 50 countries. I've been in the trenches of markets all over the world helping distributors change their life. And one of the great aspects to our business model is our compensation plan. It's our best product, and I'm going to be sharing with you over the next few minutes why NHT Global revolutionized this industry of network marketing. In 2001, when we developed this e-commerce business model along with our incredible marketing plan. And if you look at most of all the companies that have launched in the last 10 years in network marketing around the globe, they have actually duplicated our comp plan. Why? Because it works, because it creates millionaires. One of the things I want to just share with everyone here, because this is the first time you're looking at NHT Global, and if you want to write this down, right now NHT has 42 millionaires around the globe. Second thing that I want to share with you with regards to these 42 millionaires is most of them were the pioneers of our markets globally. They got in the first couple of years of that market that have allowed us to help and train them and develop them. And because of timing, today, 3, 4, 5 years later, they've earned millions of dollars. Number three, our top markets around the globe are some of the poorest countries in the world, where the average income is $200, $300, $400 US a month. And we've been able to go and position ourselves in these markets because of our training, because of our background, because of our business model, because of our incredible products. We've been able to help average people just like yourself not only make full-time incomes, but incredible out-of-this-world incomes here with NHT Global, 6- and 7-figure incomes. So what I'm going to do now is just go over our compensation plan. There's 4 areas of our compensation plan. If you don't understand it today, that's okay. The person that introduced you to the webinar can give you more details. But basically what you want to understand, when 2001 came along, NHT launched this company. They had a vision of changing the world of network marketing and direct sales. So what they did is they created a $3 million software platform that allowed to track volume and place orders real time on the computer. So in 2001, that was revolutionary. So when you get started with NHT Global, you get your own online back office e-commerce website. This $3 million software platform. You also have free training. Pat just mentioned to you steamteam.ca. We've got some of the best, if not the best, training in how to take your life to where it is right now, to financial independence. This training site, typically most people would spend tens of thousands of dollars to get this education level and to be at this education level and be able to get access to this education and training. You get it for free as an NHT Global distributor. So I'm going to just focus on the gold position here. We have 3 positions in our company. We have gold, silver, and bronze. Gold is where you get the top discount level in the company. When you reach the gold level, you stay there for life. You're getting 34% off of wholesale. So for example, the 30-minute non-surgical facelift product is just over $40 at the gold price. At the wholesale price, you're looking at around $60. So there's a significant savings for distributors that qualify at the gold level. The other thing that you have to keep in mind, at the gold level, all our multi-millionaires, our 6-figure income earners, our leaders around the globe, they got started at least the gold level. So keep that in mind. That's a clue, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to just share with you, Pat, if you just get to the next slide here. First way that you make money, you get them started here today at the gold level, and now you're able to, like in any traditional business, market the products at retail. One of the great aspects to NHT, as Pat just shared with you, we've got some incredible high-powered products that are highly retailable that people want. And I want to just give you a perception of what our products is all about. In the car industry, in the automobile industry, We have high-end cars like Lexus and Mercedes and Porsches and BMWs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, what NHT decided to do when we launched this company 11 years ago, we wanted to have products, not cheap products, but products that worked, that created an impact, that didn't cheat people out of their money. And when people tried the product, it was like driving a Mercedes. It was like driving a Porsche 911. It was like driving a BMW. We are the upper echelon of products, not only in direct sales and network marketing, but in the entire retail department store industry. So you got to keep that in mind. So when someone gets started with NHT and they try and the 30 minutes facelift product is demonstrated on them, in most cases, depending on the age, they'll see results in the very first time they try the product. So just share with you how easy this product is in marketing. Is a couple of years ago, I was traveling back from Germany, and I asked the lady beside me what she did for a living, and then eventually what ends up happening, they'll always ask you. Well, what I did is I just shared with her that I found out about a product called the 30-minute non-surgical facelift that helps people look younger, 10 years younger, just 30 minutes, and that's why I was here in Europe launching this product. And she turned to me and says, "Excuse me, how can I get some of that stuff?" And now she's become a distributor and a great customer here within NHT Global. So this is just one of the techniques that we've been able to use to expand our product, our business globally. Next slide, Pat. Second way you make money. Well, the great part of network marketing, and I'd like everyone to write this down, and these are just financial statistics around the globe. The wealthiest people in the world represent about 3% of the people globally. 3% of the people globally earn 99% of the income. Just 3%, ladies and gentlemen. Whereas majority of the people globally, 97%, doesn't matter what country they live in, only earn 1% of the world's income. What does the 3% people know that the 99% people don't, 97% people don't know? These 3%ers found a way where they can make money while they sleep. They found a way where they can leverage their time, where they can make more money even when they weren't working, whereas the rest of the world trade time for money. So when I started understanding the key to taking care of my family, to developing wealth, I wanted to know what the 3%ers did. And this is what network marketing is all about. It's an opportunity where when you go to work today, when you went to work today, you started in the morning, and if you work for someone else, or even if you have a business, you closed the store, or you have a service business, and you went back home, you stopped making money then. Whereas with these 3%ers, and what network marketing is all about, is you can leverage your time with other people and leverage your income by developing a sales organization. So when you go start sharing the product in the business here with NHT Global, the company will pay you 10% each and every time you sponsor a new distributor in the business. Each and every time they order product, you will earn 10%. Gets better, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we launched this company with this and revolutionized network marketing when we launched with this third aspect to our compensation plan. It's called the 2-team cycling plan. In most companies in network marketing, the companies tell you to build wide. They have high qualifications in earning your income on your team. What we've decided to do is keep it simple and make it easier for people to make money. So basically, all we're wanting you to do is develop 2 teams. You're going to sponsor one on the left and one on the right. When you sponsor more, 3, 4, 5, 6, it'll go under those 2 teams. And what happens on a weekly basis, the company computer calculates all the volume that's created in the business, which, by the way, you can track per minute, per second in your back office here with NHT Global. Each and every time $3,750 is created, not only in Nigeria, but anywhere in the world, you're going to earn at the gold level $250 each and every time that happens in your business. As Pat suggested, shared earlier, it is seamless globally. No matter where the volume is, you're going to get paid like it's in your own backyard. The other part of the comp plan, which is incredible, unlike most companies, is the volume. When it's not paid out, it goes into the next week. It goes into the following week. So even if you don't qualify for income within this third area of income, which is the cycle override bonus, you don't worry. If you qualify the following week, you never lose the volume. It'll get paid out to you. And then the last part of our comp plan, which is the fourth area, it's simply called the matching bonus. So everyone that you personally introduce to the business and they sign up into the business, that's considered your level one. So every time you help them earn income in the plan, you're going to earn 10% of their income here with NHT Global. So everyone that they go and sponsor is now considered your second level. 5% of their income is going to be paid to you. And then again, that's paid down a third level, which is 3%. So let me just share with you, ladies and gentlemen, how this works in the comp plan and how I got excited. I started off this presentation with regards to leveraging yourself, how to position yourself where you're going to maximize your wealth for you and your family. And that's by making money while you sleep. That's called residual income. So let me just share with you, if you go and work this business over the next 5 years, again, you're pioneering in Nigeria and across Africa, you're getting in at the right time, and let's say over the next 3 to 5 years, you build a team of 2,000 individuals. So you sponsored some people, started working with them, they started to develop, and it's turned out to over 2,000 people. So I'll give you an example. I've introduced well over 250 people into NHT, and it's grown to well over 900,000 people here in NHT around the globe. So over the period of the next 3 to 5 years, you have a team of 2,000 people, and let's say the average person just does $200 a month. So if you go 2,000 times 200, that's an organization that's doing over $400,000 in sales in your business. Whether you get out of bed, whether you decide to work that month, because those people are in your team and they're working the business, you're going to get paid on that. So based on our comp plan, on average, everything I just shared with you, you're going to get paid on average 8 to 10% of that. So before you get out of bed, your income is at $40,000 residually every single month. Just think about it. Let's say it doesn't go that fast for you. Let's say you have 1,000 people that have done 200 on average. Obviously, some people will do a lot more, but just say 200. That's an organization that's done 200,000 in volume. And again, you're going to get paid a minimum of $20,000 a month. I'm sure a lot of you can think about those kind of incomes and what you can do with that kind of money. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we have $42 million earners in NHT. We have 10 people in NHT that have hit 100,000 a week. And many of them are people just like you, farmers, housewives, single mothers, people that on average never made more than $300-400 a month in their lives, no business experience. Because of our training system, because of our business model, our proven business model, we can help you achieve greatness on that. So I'm just going to quickly overview the comp plan again. First way that you make money is on the retailing of our business model. Second way, now you start to leverage. So the company is now going to pay you 10% of everyone that you personally sponsor into NHT. And then as they start to grow their business, the company is going to pay you down 2 more levels, 5% and 3% on the second and third level. on people that are reordering in the compensation plan. And then the third level is on the cycling. You sponsor one on the left, one on the right. You sponsor 3, 4, and 5, and so on and so forth. Those team volumes start to grow, and every time 3,750 is created in the team, the company is going to pay you at the goal level $250 each and every time you do that. And then the fourth level, as you see up on screen, is our matching bonus, and that is applied to your helping your team earn money in the compensation plan. So Pat, if you can just take it to the dream slide, and then I'll turn it back to you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite slide. It's what I'm so passionate about. When I got started in network marketing a number of years ago, and I got started here with NHT, I was a major dreamer. And I had a defining moment in my life, a defining moment where I came home one day and I was very frustrated. And I was newly married, I had a child, another child on the way, and I started to look at my future, and I really didn't like what I saw. I knew I needed a change inside for my outer world to change. And the very first thing that I did, which was a major defining moment, is I started planning out my life. I started writing down specifically what my life would look like, what my perfect day would look like, the things that I wanted in life, the lifestyle that I wanted. And it all came down to money. I knew in order to achieve these things, I needed to earn the money. And that defining moment that day changed my life forever, because a couple of months later, I'm in my library, in the middle of the library, in the middle of the day. I'm looking for a plan B. I'm studying and getting some information on businesses. I'm wondering what direction I was going to go in, and a gentleman introduced me in the middle of the day to network marketing opportunity. That day changed my life. And I look back a number of years later today and how that all transpired, because what happened a few weeks later, I had another defining moment. I was introduced by him to come out, invited by him to come out to a business presentation. Sitting in the back of the room with my brother, within a couple of minutes of that presentation, I knew that that was going to be the vehicle to my dreams. I absolutely had no doubt. And that was another defining moment, ladies and gentlemen, because when you're in line with what you want, I started that whole process when that day I started writing down what I wanted. When it's written down, now the universe started to respond to me. A few months later, a gentleman introduced me to the business, invited out to a presentation. When you're in line with your dreams, you know, and you'll know, like that feeling that I got, wow, I got to join this. I got to get involved, because this is going to be the vehicle to my dreams. I had no other choice at that time, where I looked myself in the mirror and I said, Joe, if you're going to do this, you're going to make this work no matter what. You're going to commit to it. You're going to commit to your dreams. And this is one of the things that we share, one of the key secrets to success that we share in our training. The last part I want to just share with you, and Pat will just introduce my business partner and some of the things that was written up on both Dan and I over the last 11 years. The key understanding to me at that moment was, if I wanted to make over $1 million a year, if I wanted to reach my dreams, and if I was really serious, the law of association was going to be critical to me. What the law of association is you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And we, Dan and I, my business partner, who you're going to be introduced here, have spent years of refining our skill sets, have spent years of helping people become financially independent. We've spent countless of hours working on ourselves, developing our dream, developing our vision here with NHT Global. And now we've taken it all over the world, going into the market of Africa. And you are very lucky, ladies and gentlemen, listening to this, and be one of the first to hear about an opportunity that's going to explode and change the lives of people in Africa. When I got started in network marketing and got started here with NHT Global, that vision was just a vision. We had nothing to back ourselves up. But what we've been able to do over the last 11 years have proven ourselves to the world that we've gone globally, 36 countries, 42 millionaires, over $1 billion in sales, 10 people to 100,000 a week. Now we're getting involved in pioneering Africa. So I like to hope that all of you make the right decision, because my life has changed over the last 11 years. My life has changed because I started to dream big. I surrounded myself with the best, and then I became the best. So if you want a life that is different from what you're having today, things must change. The definition of insanity is continue doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if you want your life to be better a year from now financially, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, you need to make a decision today and say, I want to start dreaming. I want to start putting these things on paper. I want to start surrounding myself with the right people. And I want to start getting involved with an opportunity that will change my life if you apply yourself. So what I'd like to do, if you can just take it back to that other slide, Pat, of Dan and I. Okay? It's a little picture of Dan and I and Patrick in Hong Kong. You know, Dan and I was fortunate earlier on in my career to meet Dan. Actually, he was the presenter at the very first meeting that I was at with my brother. And one of the things that I recognized right that day was Dan was a winner. He had already made millions. It had changed his life. As you can see here, Dan has been featured along with myself in books like Who Stole the American Dream, The Greatest Networkers of the World. We've been featured in magazines right around the globe, sharing our story. So Dan is the real deal. He has trained over 1 million people around the globe. And he's got quite an interesting story because he grew up in Africa. So without further ado, my great friend, my first mentor, great ambassador here with NHT Global, Mr. Dan Caddo, if you can just kind of share your story, please.
Sure, Joe. I'd love to. Just want to check, Pat, Joe, am I coming through clearly?
Yes.
Yeah, you sound great, Dan.
Thanks, Pat.
Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah. Well, it's great to share it with everyone. This voice of mine. Actually, this voice is reaching all of you throughout all of Africa from the shores of South Florida. I'm at my home in South Florida, just north of Miami Beach, and I spend my winter months here. I am a Canadian. I was born in Toronto, and as Joe has shared with you, raised in Africa. My father is a United Church minister. He did missionary work back in the 50s, and that was in northern Rhodesia at that time, which is now Zambia. As all of you Africans know, northern Rhodesia got its independence and became Zambia. So as a little boy, that's where I grew up. I spent 5 years there in Kenya, Nairobi, Chingola, Kitwe, Victoria Falls, the Serengeti, all of that. So it was quite an experience. It was a tremendous experience, and all my early years were in Africa. So it's interesting in life what goes around comes around, and I've come right back around to Africa at this point in my life. I'm now 57 years old. I can't believe I'm saying it, but these products certainly help keep you young, looking young, and all the rest of it in terms of youth. But the products are absolutely fabulous. As Patrick has shared with you, we've got Nobel Prize-winning research behind it. but it's really the stories that are the greatest part of our products, because you can say everything you want about what's in the products and what they'll do for you, but bottom line, just hearing these stories is what really moves people, and they certainly have moved so many people, close to $1 billion now in business around the world. So Pat, and Joe, it's an exciting time for Africa. The people that are listening to this call are basically the pioneers of this incredible continent, which they say is probably the greatest of the emerging markets for our industry. And it was just 12 years ago when Joe Garcia and I started this company in a very humble beginning, just with a handful of people at a meeting presentation in Toronto. And incredibly, just 12 years ago, when we did a survey of the room, there might have been 100 people there, like close to that number that are listening to this call right now in Africa. Over 90% of the room at that time, just 12 years ago, were not online. They didn't have computers in their home. They weren't on the internet. That was just 12 years ago. So we started just with that Allure product, one product, and looking at taking the product and the opportunity and the business throughout Canada. We did. That was our vision, but it was bigger than that, to take it eventually around the world. We have done that. We wanted to create millionaires. We have done that. We've been able to, we were looking at bringing on other products. We have done that. We wanted to create financial independence, freedom, and millionaires in every market that we've gone into. We have done that. And today we're opening up and looking at opening up Africa, and you people are the very first ones. So it is a very exciting time for all of Africa, particularly the Afrikaans that are listening to this particular webinar that we've got today. I know it's being recorded, so you'll be able to hear it being played back. But, Joe and I started 12 years ago just in Toronto. Just like all of you could be starting in Africa today, things could move very quickly. Personally, I was able to earn over $50,000 my first 30 days in the business. By my 5th month, that $50,000 went over $50,000 a week, not a month, a week. So yes, Joe and I have made millions here in terms of commissions and income, but most importantly, we've been able to serve and help so many other people around the world over the last 12 years, and today we're doing that now in Africa. So I think my papa, he's probably pretty proud, and I can't wait to call him a little bit later, that we've gone back into Africa to help the literally millions of people in that country with these great products and this fabulous opportunity. So you served Africa well, and I'm looking forward to doing the same thing. Pat, it's a pleasure to be on this call with you and your great team that's starting and launching all of Africa. Certainly is an exciting time for the people of Africa, and I know it is for you. So thank you, my friend. I'll turn it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Greatly appreciated. Along with Joe, it's just a real indication of the leadership, the mentorship, and the support system that we have here, and it continues on. I've had it for 8 years now. I wouldn't be where I am today without the mentorship and the system that you guys have developed over time, not overnight, but over time. And there are so many people, the ones who really want to be students again, as I was a student 8 years ago, to learn how to take this business, not only in their own backyards, but around the world. So again, thanks, Dan, and thanks, Joe, for being on this call here. And look forward to having you on many more calls as we go into Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
So Patrick, why don't you just close the call and just share with everybody how they can get started with our Pioneer package.
Sure, no problem. No problem, Joe. My pleasure. Well, basically, folks, I want to thank everybody for, being on the call here with us. And basically, as Joe was alluding to, we have a Pioneer package for those individuals who are looking at getting started here with NHT. And it basically revolves around 2 key products, the 30-minute non-surgical facelift, and also the Allure product, the intimacy cream for women. And we have a package here. The investment is $925. It's a one-time investment. So you receive the product, and then we will work with you to market that product and to move that product. It will also position you at the gold level, the gold position. So we will get you registered in the system as we have in other markets. As we enter into those markets, the emerging markets, as a U.S. distributor, we'll get you set up, and then we have a shipper who will ship the product directly to you, wherever that may be around the world, in Africa, etc. And from there, we begin to put together a plan of action, a goal setting, a business planning session, so that we can actually help you to put a plan together so that you can begin to develop and work towards your personal and your financial goals. It's a really simple process. We help you get set up. We help you begin to start building your business, and you can begin to leverage yourself. So what I would suggest, if you're on this call and you want to move forward, to definitely get back with the person who invited you on this call, whether it's my business partner out of Lagos, Charles Asine, or you can contact me directly, and we can get the ball rolling. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for being so patient. This call will be recorded, and we'll get copies out ASAP so that you can begin to share this opportunity with other individuals who are entrepreneurs, success-driven, motivated, etc. So my name's Patrick Tulloch. I'd like to thank my guests, Joe Garcia and Dan Catto, for being on the call here this evening or this afternoon from wherever you're calling in from. And I'd like to sign off and say good night.